Eu esqueço meus problemas, minha vida, não tem explicação. É uma emoção imensa. Eu gosto daquilo.
It is horrible to see what has happened to Guanabara Bay and how these fishermen have essentially had to take on a new role as sanitation workers for the land that they have always coveted and cared for and has now been severely desecrated. It's truly disheartening to see, but they continue on nonetheless because of their love and fidelity for that land, and I find that to be incredibly admirable.
I thought I had a really great approach to the central subject and the environment and how it has deteriorated because of the rubbish and the trash that has infiltrated the environment. And I thought a lot of the ideas on a small scale that was covered by the piece were reflective of a lot of big picture issues around human existence in relationship to nature. I thought the central subject really did a great job of sort of anchoring the piece and giving it a sense of humanity that I thought made the piece feel very intimate and personal, which is why I thought it worked well, especially in the short run time.
A powerful film. It really it really shows us how the world is basically going down anywhere. And in this particular film, we have these rivers and lakes that they used to be clean, they used to be perfect, and then the humans they just start polluting and throwing dirty stuff in there. Until now, you you can't even see the actual water anymore. You only see waste, a complete wasteland, and it is the humans' fault, as usual. So I think the film really goes straight to the point. Is powerful, it's got a strong voice, but it's also very well shot. The great direction and excellent cinematography.
I thought it was beautifully set up and expressed throughout. Very great length. I like the length of this and great pace of the documentary. I thought it was just beautifully told. Beautiful cinematography and lighting. I like that the man talked about passing on the tradition of fishing to his nephew, and that it was sad though that he said all my dreams clash with pollution. Really, really sad. I liked that they took the proactive stance of cleaning up the water. And if everyone did this, it would, make such a difference. So it was a really good point and message about, everyone needs to pitch in to help. I love the ending, how they updated us on the statistics, but it was very staggering to see how much effort it takes just to get back to a sense of normalcy, and that we're not taking care of our environment. So very good point, very well told. Sad that he said, I believe I'm the last fisherman, but I think it's a great message. So
it's pretty visceral because there's no such things like lots of voiceover narration. There's no like narrative like to follow, but you can see from the footages like how in a small community like fishing in the pond in the small waterways like has been more difficult, more desperate, and more terrible with environment changes, with like non-thoughtful wasting system that kind of affecting like the ecosystem like in the land. So it's pretty heartbreaking to see this documentary, but it's also eye-opening to understand like how like a small habit of wasting could affect like the whole world and affect like other people's life tremendously. So this is a good short. It's bring awareness to any people to make better for the the ecological system out there and how they can be better, like to preserve the world and better it before it's too late. And it's moving, it's emotional with like the shorts, with the cinematography, with the footages, along with the narration of the main character.
Really, really insightful and kind of heartbreaking in a really poignant way and in a really intentional way. I think that it wanted you to feel as an audience member. It wanted you to feel something, and to have this man love being a fisherman, that's, you know, what he is, that's what he does, that's a part of his family, and just how it's changed in his lifetime, and how now, you know, he's not necessarily always fishing for fish anymore. And I think that's such an interesting concept of he's still fishing, but it looks so different, and it holds such a different meaning now. And like I said, I think it's heartbreaking in a really intentional way that it is trying to force the audience to really see kind of the state of the world, really see in maybe a different perspective of what's going on, not just this kind of idea of like out of sight, out of mind, but this is affecting people's everyday life. Like, this is affecting their day-to-day existence. This is changing their job, legitimately changing their profession, changing what they're doing every day to make money and to, you know, provide for their families. And I think that's really important to make that point